Daz, you're everyone's best friend at Christmas because we can't not have dessert, right?
No, exactly. I love Christmas. I love Christmas desserts. Christmas pudding is such a traditional Christmas dessert,
Exactly.
but not everyone loves it.
No.
And we're in Australia, it's so hot.
Yeah.
So I've got a bit of a twist on a traditional classic. So we're going to do a Christmas pudding baked Alaska. And it's going to be absolutely awesome. If you could break some of that traditional Christmas pudding, now that's got all of the nuts and it's got all of the usual things you'd find in Christmas pudding. And we're going to break that and put it into some vanilla ice cream. We're just going to soften in a bowl like really well here. I've got a fancy mould here. You don't have to have one of these, but you know,
you do.
I'm a pastry chef, so I've got all of the silicone moulds. You could have a glass bowl and you could line it with cling film.
Okay.
And all we're going to do is push it into the mould.
Okay.
And we make sure that you push it down at the start in case you get any sort of air pockets. But this is a forgiving dessert because we're going to cover the whole thing in meringue at the end. So it really is simple. We're going to put that in the freezer.
Yep.
Preferably overnight. Get it done ahead of time.
Yep.
You could even do that a week out.
Done.
We're going to make our base. So we need a base to put that ice cream on.
Yep.
You could use anything really. You could do a sponge. Because it's me, we're going to do a chocolate brownie. You know I love chocolate.
You make good chocolate brownies.
Especially this time of year. So if you could start off by putting the butter into the machine, brown sugar next.
Sugar. A lovely addition of brown sugar makes it richer.
You're going to add some vanilla and salt and just whiz it together. Super easy. You could do it by hand, of course, but
No.
if any of you have got a Justine at home, you can use that.
So we'll give that a good mix. Oh, look at that.
Next, we're going to add chocolate and we're going to add the eggs one at a time. We're just going to whiz it all up together.
All right, Daz. Ooh, looks good.
It does, looks good. It's all nice and creamy. So I'm just going to give it a mix there. We're going to add the flour and we're going to add the cocoa powder now. You add it in and I'll just give it a mix. Add the cocoa powder next.
Cocoa powder. Ooh, nice dark cocoa powder so you
Yeah.
can see that richness.
And that is it. That is a simple brownie batter. We're going to transfer that now into a lined mould and then we're going to sprinkle the nuts on top.
And how long do you bake this in the oven for?
I reckon it'll be about 20 minutes, depending on your oven. Just have a little check. So the brownie's out of the oven. It smells absolutely amazing. Next part, we're going to make a meringue, Justine.
Yes, and we're going to be using meringue powder. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, you could do it just with classic egg whites, but this is going to make it extra stable and just have it in the pantry ready to go. So that's a whole packet in there. Yep.
Cool. We're going to hydrate with 125 millilitres of water. We're going to flavour it with some vanilla and we're going to whip it until it's nice and firm.
We love vanilla at Christmas.
We do. It's such a great flavour. Next, chocolate sauce.
Okay.
I love a hot chocolate sauce, especially with ice cream. We've got some milk. I'm going to put that into a saucepan.
Okay.
Then we're going to add some cream, make it nice and decadent. So we're going to bring it to the boil.
Yep.
We're going to turn it off the heat, add the chocolate to the pan, let the pan melt the chocolate, give it a stir, add some rum, done.
All right, moment of truth.
Yeah, the best bit, putting it all together. So the ice cream's rock solid, it's been in the freezer. Meringue looks absolutely sensational, really shiny. We've got our brownie, we've demoulded it, put it on this cool little Lazy Susan.
It's my makeshift Lazy Susan. It's good, isn't it?
I'm going to demould this ice cream.
Okay.
Literally, I'm just going to pull it out there.
Look at that. That's
Okay.
impressive.
Next part, you use your creative flair to get this meringue.
I mean, you could do it in a piping bag, the old
Yeah,
school way,
You could do.
but I love how you're doing it the organic way. This is brilliant.
Yeah,
Look at
it's
that.
awesome. So it sticks to the ice cream.
Yeah.
I reckon there's enough there, but we'll keep that just in case. I'm going to use a palette knife. I'm just going to spread it over the top. So we're just spreading it around the sides. I'm not being too fancy here. I'm also not going to go right to the bottom because I don't want it to stick to this Lazy Susan. I want to present it later.
Yep.
Just going to rough it up and then I'm going to blow torch just to get the finish.
Yep.
I'm going to pop it back in the freezer and it's simple as that.
Dessert done. Can't wait to try this one.